Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, who is J.K. Dobbins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. They go for the RPO and not connect. And it'll bring up second down.
Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I tell you, after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
That one intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. The only burst is through clouds. Slowed up, just a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's deep to the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown, number 9 for the year. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my basement question. Hold on a second. Ready?
First down throw there is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Hold on a second.
On second down, it's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Nix from the gun on third down. Got it into the hands of Mims. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
48-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Broncos.
10 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Dobbins. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. He'll get this out to the left flat. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Nix to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Nix gonna throw for it. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away?
And he will kick this one across into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Tommy Malott to return it. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
First and 10. And they're on the 17-yard line.
Unlock right. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. The only burst is in the clouds. He's slowed up, just a gain of a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Got me Ranger. Ready?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there.
In punt formation for the Raiders.
Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And they gain about 6 there as it took past the 35-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready?
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up.
Ready?
Snap. Oh, in trouble here with the snap, and that's a loose football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
3rd and 6.
Throw it. Nix. That's caught. Right side. It's Franklin. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
We'll get that complete to Franklin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that big offensive block, clearing space. He's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Lutz for the extra point. No good. The footing makes kicking very difficult. The snow perhaps playing in to that missed extra point. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
11. Come on. 19 light. 60 vices.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A run right here, and it's Genty. Heading out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this.
On the jump.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Here we go. Shot.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. Open man is Horton. He's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Mustang 19.
They'll try it now with Genty. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
The 11-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. To the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa, who fumbled. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and He's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Second and 10.
Captain. Hold on a second. Bombers. Hey, my name is... Olay.
Back to throw is Nix. Out to his right. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Nix. That is caught. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Cortland Sutton took down Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Y'all gotta talk my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know power? Also dangerous.
Press on leading. Trap 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this 1st half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this 1st half. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end. Drop balance. And it'll bring up second down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. A little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Jeanty that time, and it'll be third down.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Back to throw. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. The Raiders send their punt team out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be brought down at the, well, your guess is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards. Second down, they need 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. He's picked off by Ivan Pace. He'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
18 Chargers. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
There you go. Set. Forward. Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19. Go.
He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A run with Harvey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself. Know your work. My action.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Looking out of the gun. It's Nix. Reaching for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 21-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and It'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On the handoff, this is Genty. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Dante Thornton, touchdown Las Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense, let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
The run toss to Genty. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Drop 60, drop. Tag. 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Bowers, the man in motion.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. Getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Back to 60, back to 60. Mustang 2. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Man in motion here is Tucker. And that ball went in too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Jack Bech that time. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on ends at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Short one there. He's got Ertz. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Throw it. Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He's crashed like twins. Check like twins.
Run with Dobbins. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Captain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Broncos.
14-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Forced to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. And he's got it at the 1. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Come on. Warrior 70, crack all 80. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Jeanty. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Man in motion here is Tucker. He'll let this go downfield for Mayer. Trying to defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And it's going to be third down.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
Bowers, the man in motion.
Ready?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Here we go. Not Cougar 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On second down, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down.
Ball 11.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On fourth down, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another one from the 5, second down and goal. And it's Harvey. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop it for no gain. And now it's fourth and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on third and goal from this far out. You thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. In motion, that's Thornton. They'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Nick Bonito. He gets in to record his second sack of the game, number 4 on the season. On second and long. Back to throw. Going up top. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And third down coming up.
At this stage of the game, Mike, you have to find that balance defensively between playing prevent and making sure that ball does not get thrown over my head. But how often do we see defenses just give so much space, so much green grass, that the offense finds a way to move down the field quickly regardless? So just continue to mix up coverages, but do not let them throw the ball over your head.
Throwing now on third and long. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And a timeout, Vegas. That is their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future? You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Again, it's Harvey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
One final chance for this defense. And here's third down. A run once more, that's Harvey. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
This is gonna be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They get the home victory here in the division.